Hey y'all, I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. Welcome to my channel. Okay, I need to just calm myself. So we're gonna light a candle, not with that though. It's finally out, but I have a standby. If you watch my channel, you know why I light the candle. I light a candle for lots of reasons. One of which is to quiet my head. It feels like I'm not doing anything, but I'm doing a couple of things that have deadlines and schedules, and so it's nice to come up into my room and feel like I'm spending quality time and not spinning my wheels. So the candle helps me do that. It helps me just start. It creates a start line, gives me boundaries. So I'm going to dedicate this candle to the project that I'm doing today, and it's going to help my head focus and claim this space that I'm in today. Let's take a breath. Oh, that really helps. We're going to work on the personal journal. I deliberately gave us a whole year to do this personal journal. So and this is why, because stuff happens and it starts piling up, and I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I got to catch up with everybody, or I want to hurry on this so that I don't get behind. I don't want that. Let's just take your time. Relax. The first prompt isn't due until, we're going to talk about it today, but we have until April, and it's not even March. So slow down. I'm saying that as much for you as I am for me. Slow down. I went through my freebie file and I copied some of these freebies. I don't know where I got them, y'all. They don't have names. I feel badly because somebody worked really hard, but they don't have any names. So if you recognize these, please comment below. I know they're free because I have them in my freebie file. I was thinking this might be the cover for my book. And I was toying with these. These are also freebies, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to keep that. Oh, dang it. My nose is going to run. Let's hope I don't have a sneezing fit. I don't normally make my cover like this. Pardon me. But I'm going to today. And this is just the backs. When you order paper from scrapbook.com, they send you with this. It's like, I don't know what it's called. It's not really chipboard. Oh. So these are each 6.5 by 8.5. And my book, I have my signatures done, and they fit right in there. Little extra, and I don't know if that'll bother me or not. And then I did make a 3-inch spine. This took me two 12 by 12s to cut this. Okay, I haven't used this in like 100 years, but it's getting old and it wasn't cheap, so I thought I would use it. I'm going to, let me use my grid here. I'm going to space it about 1/4 of an inch apart. Not a lot, just a little bit. I think that's probably more like, that might be 1/4 of an inch. I don't know if I'll be able to. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to tape that down. Where is my, there it is right here. Yep. I'm just going to tape How am I going to do that? Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't mean to sneeze right in your ear. It is snowing, snowing, snowing outside. See, this, I want this to cover the whole thing. See, I've already moved it. How am I going to do that? Maybe just a little tiny bit. They're a little bowed, so I'm not sitting right on top of it, so my angle is a little skewed. But I've used this before, making a cover like this, and it worked great. I want to kind of go over the edge a little bit. And there you go. I'll have to cut that off, I guess. I don't know. All right. That doesn't have any stickum on it. What the heck is going on? Okay. All right, so now we're going to cut this off. I would encourage you when you make your journal, if you don't have your book together yet, or you haven't picked a book, or you haven't made your cover yet, take time to design your cover. I knew I wanted to use something that I had. I don't want to buy something. And because I have a lot of pretty stuff. But I really wanted to be discriminative. Discriminative? Is that a word? Discriminating? Discriminating. That's a word. And pick something that I enjoy looking at and that kind of reflects me. It's not a kit journal. It's not a journal that I'm going to sell. This is a journal for me, and I want to be able to look at it and enjoy the cover for a long time. I think I will go ahead and put something down here. I want it to get right up there. If I have to cut it off, that's fine. Pretty impressive that this two-sided tape is still sticky after all this time. It's at least 2 years old. And it's sticky. Not good for the vacuum. Don't throw it on the floor. I think I have to oil my chair. It makes growling noises. Okay. I can feel just a little sticky. That's okay. All right. I've chosen this for the background. I don't know. Maybe we'll put this on the... And it really is overkill. I don't need it this big. And I love it because it looks like burlap. I think it's even called burlap, but it's much softer. It's upholstery fabric. I have a bunch of it. This piece right here is 11 by 20. If you want some, just send me an email and we can talk about price. So I'm thinking that I want to, it's going to be easy to fold over. And I want about 1 inch or so. So let's do about right there. It's not straight, so that makes it hard. And then about right here. Now how am I going to do that? Pardon my reach, guys. Something's going on with my storage in this little phone that I use. I'm deleting all my videos, but it's still... The memory fills up almost after every video. There's something taking up storage. Okay, now we need about 1 I don't know why my pencil isn't marking. That's okay, I guess. If it's a little big, whoops, that is not straight at all. If it's a little big, it's okay. Now I don't trust that line, so before I cut anything, I'm going to make sure that it's going to be okay. Let's put it down here where I can really see it. So if I give myself an inch or so all the way around, yep, that will work, okay. Yeah, I have a pair of very nice fabric scissors over there with my very nice wheel that cuts fabric. I could have it cut by now and be on to gluing, but it just seemed like a hassle to bring it over here, so. But now the cramp in my arm is wishing that I would have. Okay. Let's see what's our top and what's our bottom. Let's see. Doesn't really matter. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's soft. It feels like tweed. That's what it feels like. Okay. Anything I need to do before I put this on? I'm not going to have a pull. Let's just make sure I like it. Yeah, I think it's very subtle and warm. Okay, I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna take this off. And we're gonna bring on the Fabri-Tac. And I think I'll use my I don't know what to call that. Spatula? I don't know what it is. I could have added some thin cotton strips over these. I wonder if I want to do that. I might want to do that. Actually, felt wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I might want to do that. I know exactly where my felt is. I might go grab that. I'm gonna go grab that felt. These are pieces that I picked up from Donna Dreams Times 3 at a sale she was having. And they're great for this. And I think she still has a bunch, so if it looks like something that you might use, just go let her know. They feel like polyester on one side and fleece on the other. So I don't know what you really call them, but they're great for this. I've used them on covers before, and I don't know if they're blanket batting, you know, like, I don't know what they are. But they're thin enough that they don't impede the fabric, but they do add just a little bit of cushion, just very slightly, and they definitely support those hinges that we're going to be using all the time. Sorry, I just smacked you. Sorry. So sorry. This doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to wrap whatever's left, whatever I don't catch, is going to wrap with the cover fabric, so no big deal. I just didn't want a ton of it. Now, with that on there, it sure isn't slippery at all. I don't really know if I even need... I better. I do think I'll sew some of this too. My hand is cramping. Boy, we're really going all out for Sunday dinner tonight. We're having sloppy joes. Which I used to feel bad about because the stuff in the can, even though it's delicious, it's so full of sugar. So now I make my own. Super easy to make your own. And I get to control the sugar, so... This is how easy it is to make a cover, y'all. I mean, it's a snap. Just cut these, cut your 3 pieces, and then decide what you want over it. If you want a little something like this felting stuff, you can use a sheet. Oh, that's soft. Now, do I want I'm going to have to cut this. But I don't know if I'm ready to do that. I'm going to cut my corners first, because this dries so fast. So I'm just going to angle. I got to get my other scissors. The corners matter. There you go. Them are some scissors to be reckoned with, I tell you. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. This is just so you don't have to fold the fabric on top of itself, and you still get a nice corner. I'm thinking that I'll probably put some metal on the corners, so it's not, you know, how I miter these corners isn't really going to be a deal breaker for me. Nothing ever is when I make a journal. Now this, I can't remember for sure how to do it. I think you cut it like that, right? I think so. So this folds right there on the crease, and so does that one. So we'll get one done, and if it's a mistake, we won't do it the same way on the other one. How's that? I don't want to cut that off yet because I'm not sure I've done this right. Okay, this will go over like this, and say this was gone. Well, I guess it doesn't really even have to be gone, does it? All right. Okay, I totally believe that. Now, when I peel this off, I need to decide what this is going to be. So, I was kind of thinking of this. And I still like that idea. I may go ahead and put fabric over it, but this will go just right at the spine. Yeah, I think that will be okay. I'll probably end up putting something over it, but at least it'll be something I enjoy looking at until then. So, while I'm waiting for glue to drip, I'll tell you what your first prompt is. How's that? So from January until April, you should have your book decided on and put together. You don't have to put your signatures in, and I still don't know if I'm going to. I might, but I might put them in as I work on the prompts. So I've broken up the prompts to about 4 months. And your first prompt from January to April is to get your book decided on, get the ingredients for your signatures, and I gave you a video on that. Each signature has a specific list of what you're going to need, because you're going to work in that first signature with, I think it has is it watercolor paper? Yeah, you need watercolor paper, at least 1 black page, at least 1 page of cardstock, and at least 6 journaling pages. Oh, I don't need to do all that. I just need to do this. So, I can't talk and drip glue at the same time. So, I don't need that. So, automatic Kleenex. Oh, no. That could be a disaster. I don't know if I want to even bother with trying to get this. I don't. No. We're going to pretend like it never happened. So the first prompt, number 1, answer this question. From the ages of birth to 18. Okay? Ages birth to 18. What is your most special memory? From ages birth to 18, write it in your journal page, what is your most special memory? Okay? Now, think about it. Don't just answer that question. Think about it. The word special can mean a lot of things. You know, did you have something traumatic happen up until the age of 18? Did something happen and then something good came out of it? I'm not taught. We're going a little deeper than, say, you know, I got a rocking horse for Christmas or first day of kindergarten. Really want you to focus on a special memory. For me, I had a lot going on. I have a lot, I don't remember much of I do remember some of my childhood, but I don't really have a special memory of my childhood. But I do have a special memory up to the age of 18. You know, like as a teenager and a tweenager, stuff like that. So really think before you answer that question. Then you can write that in your journal, you know, write the question and write your answer, and then build a mosaic from multimedia describing your memory. And when I thought of this prompt, I actually thought of an assignment that Tammy Van Antwerp did. If you watch her channel, go over there if you don't, but you might already remember, she took torn paper, and it was when I think, Tammy, tell me if I'm wrong, I think she did a mosaic of her trip, her girls' trip to the ocean when they stayed at that cabin. And I might have that wrong, but I think I have it right. But regardless, go over to her channel and look at what she did with paper. And that's what I had in mind when I created the prompt was what Tammy did. Yeah, I loved that. And it's just torn paper. You can use whatever you want. You can use paper, string, plastic, leather. I don't care. It's your book. You decide. You can use metal. You can use stickers. I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's your book. So start personalizing your book and answer the question from ages birth to 18. I am going to stick that down like that. What is your favorite memory? And then use the media, and you should have a watercolor page. You should have black cardstock. Let me make sure I'm telling you right now. Oh, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, okay, so the prompt is, what is your most special memory? Build a mosaic from multimedia describing your memory. And then I'm going ahead of myself. There's more to do. Where's my paper? There's more to do in signature 1. I have to leave this. I can't think. And it's not going to hurt anything to let it sit. So I'm gonna let it sit. All right. Build a mosaic from multimedia describing your memory and journal about it. Okay. So you're going to use your journal paper. Number 2. Make sure I've got these all written out right. I want to make positive sure. Yeah. Okay. Number 2. What's the most important lesson you learned? And this is all from, let me move this and you can snapshot this if you want. What's the most important what's the most important lesson learned? This is from age, birth to 18. Okay? Think about it a lot. Think deeply. By the time you were 18, what was the most valuable lesson that you learned? So I'm not talking about not running with scissors. I'm talking deeper than that. Think about it. Use watercolor. Keep it free and easy. Celebrate the lesson gained. Feel free to journal anywhere and everywhere and journal about it. Okay? So that's your second question. You're still in signature 1 and you're dealing with birth to 18. What's the most important lesson learned? And you're going to use your watercolor paper that should be in your signature 1 to answer that question, and then you're going to journal about it. Number 3, what do you think were the identified personality traits that you may have developed by the age of 18? Boy, that's a biggie. Were you giving? Were you easy to anger? Were you talkative? Were you outgoing? Were you an introvert? Did you avoid people? Were you a teacher's pet? Were you popular? What did you think about that? Was that a goal? I need to be popular. That's a biggie. What do you think were the identified personality traits that you may have developed by the age of 18? Use blacks and whites any way you want to depict the personality traits by age 18. Think of all the shades of black and all the different hues of white, any media, and then journal about it. So, for instance, if by the age of 18 you were a perfectionist, or maybe you weren't, maybe you were a procrastinator, maybe you had developed a rigid rule set for yourself, you're going to use black and white to show me what your personality trait looked like. Okay? And I mean, I'm not going to outline that for you because I want you to use it, your intuition. I want you to really think about it. So there's 3 assignments that go into Signature 1. Okay? You're welcome to take a screenshot of that and print it out. You can put it in your book if you want. You can put it on the first page of Signature 1. You can do whatever you want. Make a pocket, whatever. Okay? Feel free to email me if you have questions. I'm really glad that I took the time to get to this today because it's refreshing my memory about the project. I don't think I like that anymore. I don't like the black right here. I don't, oh, well, maybe we might have to use it. Okay, we're using it. I don't like this though. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to use my blade to cut that. Maybe, not actually, come on, maybe I'll just use this. And you have until April. And in April, your book should be decided and put together, and you should be able to just work on the prompts. Okay? I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover that up, but at least now I just have a little bit of sticky to deal with. It's a big spine. So let's see my signatures. The signatures are not going to fill this book up at first because we have a lot of projects to go in there. You can add more signatures too if you want. You can add more paper. I like that. Yeah, I like it. I might sew my signatures in. And then I'm going to cut these down. And I'm going to use this for the front. So it'll kind of look like that. And this for the back. And I'm not sure about the spine yet. But this video is dragging on, so now you've seen me build my book. 3 inches is a lot. Did I make that 3 inches? Let me see. It sure looks like 4 to me. Nope, it's 3. I don't know that you're going to need 3 inches. You might just need 2. But I wanted plenty of room. I want to put a signature here, one in the middle and one on the end. I wanted to be able to stuff stuff in between. And then when you're doing mixed media, you've got some 3-dimensional stuff, you know? So that's why I was thinking 3 inches. And I'd rather have too much spine than not enough. So You make that decision. You've kind of seen my signatures. They're a little dwarfed by the book, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. For now. I might change my mind later, but for now I'm okay with that. Okay, ladies and gents. That is my video giving you your prompts for the personal journal. Have fun with it. Take your time. This is not something you want to hurry about. Slow down. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Okay? If you've got questions, send me an email. littlecarol with a Y 65@gmail.com. Sure do love you guys. I hope you enjoy this process. Don't hurry. Let's all take care of each other. Bye.